Yeah, Ben, today's Supreme Court ruling by the Chief Justice John Roberts,
And Amy
joined
Coney Barrett.
by Professor Amy Coney Barrett and the three leftists in a 5-1 to 3 ruling. The five wrote that we apparently fought a civil war and enacted the birthright citizenship provision, not to give birthright citizenship to the children of the freed slaves and overturn the Dred Scott decision, but that's now been expanded to Chinese birth tourists. 1.5 million and counting Chinese birth tourists can now get birthright citizenship, where these Chinese mothers come to America, give birth to their Chinese kids, fly back to China, never step foot in America again. And under this ruling today by John Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett and the three liberals, the 14th Amendment gives that Chinese baby birthright citizenship for the rest of that kid's life, where that kid gets Social Security. He gets all the benefits of citizenship. That kid, when he turns 18, can vote, mail his ballot into America from Beijing, mail that ballot to America, where this baby has never stepped foot again since his birth 18 years prior. That is what this Supreme Court decision does. That Chinese birth tourist gets birthright citizenship. This is egregiously wrong by John Roberts, Amy Coney Barrett, and the three liberals. We did not fight a civil war and pass the birthright citizenship provision to do this. The birthright citizenship provision says that you're born in the United States and you're subject to the jurisdiction, you get birthright citizenship. You have to have both. American Indians did not have birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment. Congress had to pass a statute to give American Indians birthright citizenship because American Indians were not subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. They were subject to the jurisdiction of their tribe. So if American Indians do not have birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment, how the hell do Chinese birth tourists, how do Tren de Aragua kids, how do MS-13 kids, how do all these illegal aliens who come in here, birth tourists? This is the most egregious violation imaginable of we the people, the sovereign citizens of America, of our most crucial sovereign power to control our border and to control our populace. It is almost impossible to change this now. We have to pass a constitutional amendment to change this.
So states would need to get together in a constitutional convention that I don't think has happened maybe ever, and then change this.
Yeah, and again, it's 5-1 to 3. Justice Kavanaugh would have decided this on statutory grounds. It's still bad and wrong, but not nearly as egregiously bad and wrong as the Chief Justice and Amy Coney Barrett and the three liberals did by constitutionalizing birthright citizenship for Chinese birth tourists. Think about that. And then the three real constitutionalists, Justice Thomas, Justice Alito, and Justice Gorsuch, my old boss, correctly dissented and said, no, this is not what the 14th Amendment says. It's subject to the jurisdiction, which means allegiance to the United States, not allegiance to China or to some other foreign country. And if we want to give birthright citizenship to Chinese birth tourists as we the people, we can do that. We can have our elected members of Congress do that like they did for American Indians in 1924. But now this has been constitutionalized. This can no longer be debated. This is as bad. This is as bad of a decision as you can get from the Supreme Court. It is the most narcissistic decision imaginable out of the Chief Justice John Roberts, and he's a narcissist, but this takes it to a whole new level. And of course, Professor Amy Coney Barrett joined this decision. Well, I won't even go there because I'm too angry, but it's just unbelievable that they can just scratch out subject to the jurisdiction of the United States and the 14th Amendment and hand out birthright citizenship to every illegal alien, including Chinese birth tourists who come and step foot in America and give birth.
You know, I'm a big fan of Mike Davis. And Mike, you've been so right on this program. But you also have to take your lumps here because you were a huge proponent of Amy Coney Barrett. And now she has backstabbed us. And no, I'm not going to accept some weasel word argument but she's good on like boys and women's sports or like the Catholic Church. She's bad on the two questions that actually matter for the sovereignty and the continuation of Western civilization, which is immigration and then the powers to enforce immigration. She's bad on those. She's atrocious on those. And so this seems like a massive blind spot in the people that were supporting Amy Coney Barrett. How do you feel today?
I think it was the biggest mistake imaginable supporting Amy Coney Barrett. I think she is a disaster for the Supreme Court. She is, as I've said, a rattled law professor with her head up her ass, and she thinks that she is the smartest person in the room, and she's not. She's the junior varsity justice, and she thinks that she's grading law school exams instead of exercising sound judgment. We know why the Chief Justice does what he does. This is all about a vanity project for him. It's about his image. He's very chiefy, and he put his vanity today over our sovereignty, and it is unacceptable. It is inexcusable. We'll never come back from this as a country. And so here's the solution going forward: is we need to there is no excuse now from Senate Republicans. They must pass the Save America Act. And there's no excuse from Mark Wayne Mullen or anyone else in the Trump administration. We need to mass deport every illegal alien, not just the violent criminals, all of them, and especially the birthing age women, the birthing persons, as Democrats call these people. We need to get them the hell out of our country because we did not sign up for this. We did not sign up for Chinese birth tourists coming to America, having their Chinese kids, and canceling our votes from Beijing. This is again the most egregious violation of our most crucial sovereign power as we the people to decide who comes and goes and who becomes one of us. The Chief Justice is shameful for what he did today because he put his vanity, the John Roberts show, over our sovereignty.
But we all know who John Roberts was, and we've known who John Roberts was for 30 years. We've known what John Roberts was going to do to us. We didn't know what Amy Coney Barrett is a much more fresh betrayal, and a betrayal that I thought that we were smart enough to never make again. You and I lived through Sandra Day O'Connor, David Souter. We lived through that, where Republicans got a chance to remake the court, and we chose liberals as our choice. Now, Democrats never make that decision. Democrats would reanimate the corpses of Joseph Stalin, V.I. Lenin, and Che Guevara and put them on the court if they could. Yeah, you and I both know that. So, why are we so stupid, Mike? Why are we so weak? Why are we so dumb?
Well,
and you were part of this decision, and I love you as a friend, but you saw it from the inside. So can you tell? Was she lying? Yes. Were we going too fast? Yes. Were we going too fast? What was this?
No, Ben, she lied. She auditioned as a constitutionalist. She auditioned as the next Justice Scalia for whom she clerked. She auditioned as this conservative constitutionalist law professor. That's how she auditioned. It was a fraud. She is a fraud. She lied through the process. Or it could be one of two things. She lied in her audition when she sold herself as a constitutionalist, and so did her people. All of her former clerks and everyone else sold her as a constitutionalist to me and many others. And I'll call them out by name at some point. Or she got rattled on the bench when they showed up at her house with her kids. She got scared, she got rattled, and she pivoted. She went into, I'm going to be a mother and be a mother hen and protect my kids and do what the left wants because I don't want them to come to my house and kill my family. Who knows? It's one of those two things. But this Amy Coney Barrett that we see today with this birthright citizenship decision, that's not how she auditioned for the job, not even close. So she's either a fraud or she's too scared to do her job. Either way, she should resign. She's not up to the job.